I got a lot of homeboys that's dead and gone, you know. I got so many RIP tattoos on my body. Then I got a lot of homies that got life sentences, 50 years, 60 years. And, you know, I lost my mother to a drug addiction. Wow. She overdosed. My little 16-year-old brother, he got killed. Wow. I got another baby brother that went to prison. So, you know, the effects and the consequences of living that lifestyle, it's real. So when I caught this case, I was back there in lockup, man, and it just hit me like, man, if you can do all this sitting in a prison cell, just think what you can do if you in society. So I end up doing it right at 14 years, day for day. I left when I was 17. I came back when I was 32. Me having the game and me blessing others with it, I'm going to expose you to it. I'm going to give you the information and the knowledge, but you still got to be the one who go put the work in. A lot of times you got people that they gifted and talented, but they scared to step out there. They comfortable with the little 9 to 5, or they comfortable with whatever position that they're in life right now. And you have to get out that comfort zone. Me getting out my comfort zone is what put me in a position to make millions of dollars.
Pay attention and listen, we about to teach class. Inside the vault, my man Ash Cash. So get your man right. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. you see him, you change your life. Millionaire mindset, the best on earth. Blueprint to wealth, the knowledge network. So get it while you can, and he's standing right here. Just come inside the vault and see black millionaires. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come inside the vault and see black millionaires. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You won't ask cash, you can catch it right here in the vault.
All right, so welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the greatest money mindset show on the planet. When I tell you, this show will probably be one of the most inspirational shows you ever see in your life. If you are not inspired by this next guest, if you're not inspired by the message, if you don't get to the point where you say it has to work or it has to work, if you don't get to the point that you realize that the choices you make in your life can be the difference between failure and success, and at any moment that you decide to change your life around, you can, and you can have the world and everything that's in it, and you can take others with you. I got my man, Keidrain Brewster, in the building. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Man, I don't even know where to start. All right, so we're gonna start because we got history. But I wanna start, right, because you know, I knew you before your video went viral. You had a viral video in which you are showing how many people and the amount of years that they gave to the system, but now they're home and they're doing great things in the trucking business. So I want to talk about that. But before we go there, for those, if this is their first time seeing you, who is Keidrain Brewster?
Keidrain Brewster just a youngster that come up out the hood. You know, I come from a dysfunctional household, grew up in the streets, banging, robbing, selling dope, you know, the typical things that, you know, individuals do coming up in the hood. I've been blessed to be able to turn my life around, and now I'm trying to provide the opportunity for those that's coming behind me.
And so let's go back to, you know, the banging, the robbing, the things that that you were doing. What were like talk to us a little bit about that, and what were some of the consequences of that?
Well, the consequences of that, you know, I got a lot of homeboys that's dead and gone. You know, I got so many RIP tattoos on my body. Then I got a lot of homies that got life sentences, 50 years, 60 years. And, you know, I lost my mother to a drug addiction. She overdosed. My little 16-year-old brother, he got killed. I got another baby brother that went to prison. So, you know, the effects and the consequences of living that lifestyle, it's real.
And how old were you when you lost your mom?
About 22, 23, I was in prison.
Okay. And then so you were also incarcerated, right?
Right.
And then so talk to us about your incarceration, like what led to it, and you know things like that.
It's crazy because my homeboy come pick me up one night. I didn't even have a reason to go do this. I was trying to help my partner. He the one who needed to do this. I went with him. Things didn't go how it was supposed to, man. We got caught. I went to prison. They sentenced me with 10 years at 17. And like that 9th year, I caught a case in prison. So I ended up doing it right at 14 years, day for day. I left when I was 17. I came back when I was 32.
Wow. And then so you caught a case inside of prison.
Correct.
Yeah, talk to us about that.
So when I was in prison, one of the reasons why I was, you know, able to be successful in there, I had disconnected from society. So being incarcerated and being in society, those two totally different worlds. Yeah. So in there, you know, you have to learn how to take care of yourself. Yeah. I wasn't blessed to come from a family that's finna be sending you money, writing you, visiting you, you know. My mama told me, so when you get ready to go to prison, when you leave the county jail, you get to make one phone call. I'll never forget this phone call. This is the last time I ever got to talk to my mama. Wow. So I'm on the phone, I'm telling her like, man, mama, they finna send me to prison, it's real. Yeah. She listening, I'm like, damn, man, I don't wanna go down here. Woo, she listening. Yeah. And after I got through talking, my mama was like, so check this out. When you get to prison, I got a few dollars that I'm finna send with you. You gonna go down there, get all your appliances and your shoes, the stuff you need. This money is not for you to be trying to ball and parlay. We don't have a family that's finna send you no money. They not finna send you nothing. They not finna do nothing for you. So when you get down there, you need to be trying to find you a hustle in different ways, you know, to take care of yourself. And the last thing she said that I just never forget this, she was like, if you don't come back home a man, don't even come back here. Yeah. So it was that conversation that led me to, once I got to prison, I done got caught up in the prison life. I'm looking for different ways to be hustling, selling stuff out the kitchen, doing this, doing that. But once, you know, you've been in there for a little while, you start learning a few things. So I was able to, you know, got laws bringing me cigarettes, weed, cell phones. So I had done created a whole empire inside the penal institution.
Wow. And then so now you caught the case. What did catching a case while you were in prison, like how did that shift your mindset?
It devastated me.
Yeah.
So when I caught that case, they had me back there in lockup in none but my boxes. I was more devastated about this case than I was for the case that actually sent me to prison. Wow. I was finna get ready to go home in a few months when this happened. Yeah. I had been gone like right at 9 years, so I only had 10. Yeah. So when I caught this case, I was back there in lockup, man, and it just hit me like, man, if you can do all this sitting in a prison cell, just think what you can do if you in society. Yeah. You able to do all this in prison. You locked up, you locked down, you got all kind of rules and regulations against you. The state, so when a guard is hired in a penal institution, the state trains them to make sure that they know that the inmate is going to ask you for something. The inmate is manipulative. You know, they go through this. Okay, for me to be able to penetrate that and break all that down and still get you to be willing to jeopardize your livelihood to come help me, that spoke volumes to how bad I really was. So I was like, man, you need to transfer, you need to switch. If you can do this here, you can do it out here on a legal level. So that's how that went.
Wow. And so now you come home, and now you killing the game, right? Not only killing the game, you know, from a trucking perspective, but a business perspective. 2 books, best-selling author. Talk a little bit about where you are now today. You know, so now you came home, had this realization that I could use the same skills that I was using. Now I'm gonna do that in society. Talk to us about that.
So once I came home from prison, and I saw the demographic as far as what was going on, my partners, they still doing the same thing. You know, people that I grew up with, they were still stuck on stupid. You know, they still where we grew up at. So I was like, damn, exactly what I was doing in prison, I need to switch that out here. So I got a job when I first came home. This is when things kind of started just clicking to me. I've been working here about like 6-7 months, almost 8 months. One day out of nowhere, the plant manager walked up to me. He like, hey, Brewster, how would you like to be a supervisor? I started laughing. I'm like, you for real? He like, yeah, I want you to be a supervisor. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. I said, oh, nah, y'all ain't trying to pay me. Y'all just trying to give me the position, but don't want to pay. He was like, nah, we're going to increase your pay and everything. So I was so blown away by this because I wasn't trying to be no supervisor. I wasn't trying to do nothing. I had to ask the man, like, bro, why y'all making me the supervisor? The man say, you come to work every day. You always on time. And when you here, you work real hard. So I'm like, that ain't nothing. I'm like, but once I start kind of looking at it, you got individuals, we're supposed to be at work at 7. You don't get here to 7:30. I'm here at 6:30. I've been dreaming of doing this here for years. What you think is work, this is nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We in here, we worked on an assembly line.
Yeah.
So they trying to, you know, stretch the workout for a whole day. Man, I'm starting to be through with this in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Next.
Right.
But it was that work ethic that I started seeing, like, hey, what they take for granted out here is nothing to you.
Yeah.
And it was that allowed me to become a supervisor. And once he gave me that position, I knew. I was like, oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. You need to turn up. You need to go on, put your game. You need to go on, stretch out.
Yeah. And then what was your transition into entrepreneurship, right? Like now you got this job, and I love what you said, so I don't want y'all to miss that, right? Is that the disciplines that you had working at your 9 to 5 had, you know, I mean, honestly, just going above and beyond in your current position, got you a promotion that you wasn't even looking for, got you money that you wasn't even looking for, and I'm pretty sure that same discipline, that same attitude of excellence has made you very successful as an entrepreneur. So what was that transition like for you?
So that transition, I had been working in a warehouse, bro, and I was tired of that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting into it with, man, if I'm back from break, I'm 10 minutes late, man, they gonna write me up. It was just so much going on. I was looking for something different. So we got a spot back home. It's called Big T Bazaar. It's a landmark in Dallas or whatnot. It's in Oak Cliff. So I pull up there, you know, I go see my homeboys. It's the weekend, you know. So I got a homeboy, bro, he got on a big chain.
Yeah.
Diamond top, bottom, tats everywhere. Candy red, Camaro on Fords. I'm like, damn, bro, what you got going on?
Yeah.
You know, I'm hollering at. He like, what you talking? I'm like, man, what you got going on? I need to get at the money. What's up?
Right.
He like, nah, I don't do nothing, bro. I just drive trucks.
Yeah.
I said, man, go on, man. What's up? He like, nah, bro. I got like 2 or 3 different routes. You know, I might go to Oklahoma, Louisiana, come back. He saying I make about 2 bands a week. I'm on child support and everything. I say, for real?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I left that parking lot right then and there, got in my car, drove home, walked through the door and told my wife, hey, babe, we need to get my CDL license. So she laughing like, what? Boy, I've been telling you that for years. Where this come from? Because my wife is the first person who introduced it to me when I was in prison. She come visit me telling me about, you know, you can drive trucks. I'm telling her, babe, I'm a player. I ain't driving no trucks. You tripping. You know? But when I came home and my partner giving me the game like this, I'm like, damn, bro, you living like this from driving trucks? He like, yeah, this what's up. I left and went and got my CDL. Like, it took me about 3 weeks. Got that CDL license, man. I jumped in the truck. I went state to state for about a whole year. And that same partner, he was like, you know, you be out for 2 weeks, come home a week, 2 out. So the week that I'm home, you know, I be out in the city flipping, pulling up on my partners or whatever. So he, every time he see me, this is what he say. How many miles you drove for that company? I be like, about 5,000, 6,000. You could have drove that for yourself. So I'm like, damn, bro, you think I can get my own truck and stuff? He say, why not? You drive for them every week. You can do that same thing for yourself. So shit, one thing led to another, man. I jumped out there. Let's get it on. Let's see what I can produce. Let's see what I can do. And the beautiful thing about it is I wouldn't have never known my full potential and my capabilities had I not stepped out there. A lot of times you got people that they gifted and talented, but they scared to step out there. They comfortable with the little 9 to 5, or they comfortable with whatever position that they're in life right now. And you have to get out that comfort zone. Me getting out my comfort zone is what put me in a position to make millions of dollars.
And so now, multi-millionaire, right? Who, you know, was did some time, you know, jumped on like before you got to that level though. What was that level of confidence or faith, or like what was it that made you say, you know what, he's right? Because behind the scenes we was talking about this, man, like, you know, a lot of people, especially our people, you might give them the game. You might like usher the game to them and give them all the information. Oh, nah, it's a scam. Nah, I ain't gonna invest in this. Like, nah, I ain't paying for that, right? And so for you, what made you different? Like you from the same place? Like what made you different? What made you say, you know what? Yo, what he's saying sound true, let me jump on it.
it was really, for me, it was about how he was living, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
When I saw my partner living like that, and he wasn't selling no dope, he is straight getting up, going to get in a truck, work a week, come back home, and he was living like this. I'm like, man, I gotta shoot my shot.
Yeah.
This look too good. So that's where the mindset came from of let me jump out there.
Yeah.
Now once I got out there and I actually went to drive in the truck, actually owning my own trucking company never came across my mind. It was the way my partners was always, you drove 5,000 miles for them, you can do that for yourself. And I'm like, man.
Yeah.
You know, but as time went to pass, and I'm like, what you got to lose?
Yeah.
Shoot, I mean, worst case scenario, you just have to go back and drive for somebody.
Right, yeah.
Man, I went and did that, man, and I stuck with it, and shit, today, man, we rocking and rolling. We dealing with over 10 trucks and trailers, day in, day out. While me and you sitting up here doing this right here, them trucks is on the road getting me some money.
Yeah. I love it. And so now, you know, let's talk about that viral video, man. And you know, I appreciated it so much because, I mean, I'm never shy to talk about, you know, 94 crime bill and kind of like what that did to our community. I'm not saying that everybody that's in jail behind the wall is innocent and they didn't do certain things, but I also know that there was a time where they were throwing football numbers at people. You know what I'm saying? Like just for things that you know, there were things that happened in our community. We were targeted and we were behind the wall. And a lot of us could have made mistakes, or not mistakes, take that out. And a lot of us could have, you know, made excuses, right? But I see, you know, guys coming home doing years, like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And so you had a viral video where you got the camera and they knew it was coming though. They like, oh man, not this again, Brewster, right? And you like, yo, how many years you did? Yo, how many years you did? Yo, how many? And I mean, how many years was it? I think I count almost 100.
That was over 150 years of prison time in that room.
Wow.
And all that is, so I'm a Muslim, so every year we go through Ramadan. So we had just got through fasting, and one of the things about once you complete your fast is the Eid.
Yeah.
So me and all those brothers that was in their room, they all practice Islam. So we was all in there, you know, and while I was sitting in there, I was just like, damn, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We actually out here being successful. We ain't doing nothing wrong. We productive people. So I was like, hey man, before we burn, I want to make a video with y'all, man, just showing the streets how they counted us out. You understand me? I'm finna show them that, hey, we gonna do all that time, come home and still turn up. So I was just having fun playing with my brothers that's in here, you know, cause we celebrating the Eid. And man, I posted it, and before I woke up, when I posted it, I left, I had went to sleep. When I woke up, everybody was calling me. I'm like, damn, what's going on? What's up? They was like, man, you done went viral. I'm like, what is viral? What's up? So once I saw it, I was just like, man, that's all Allah, you know. I didn't have nothing to do with that. That was just the good Lord blessing me however he chose to bless me.
Absolutely. And that blessing actually came from, because yes, you went viral, but you went viral because you learned the game, and instead of keeping the game to yourself, you're helping others and you're putting other people on. Talk a little bit about that, like the importance of not holding the blessings to you, right? Not getting to a space where you are the only one trying to shine, but like, here's the game. Let me help you out.
So for me, it's a little saying that me and my partners always got. We call it the game God. You know, and in order for you to become successful, your character has to be impeccable. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to be successful, you're going to have to be a good person. So me having the game and me blessing others with it, I'm going to expose you to it. I'm going to give you the information and the knowledge, but you still got to be the one who go put the work in. So I always saw it from the standpoint like, I know didn't nobody give us, we don't have individuals that's willing to let us in the room like that. You know what I'm saying? So me getting in the room, when they let me in, they letting the streets and the rec yards in. So once I'm in, I'm finna bring all y'all with me. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to put in the work, bro. I'm gonna expose you to it. I'm gonna give you the information. I'm gonna give you the knowledge. But the hustle is sold separately. That's about you.
And talk to us a little bit about that, right? About that hustle. Like if somebody right now is like, you know what, man, I've been driving trucks and I want to own a truck. Or, yo, I just came home and I want to figure out, how to change my life. Or it don't even got to be somebody who just coming home. Somebody got a dead end 9 to 5 that they hate, that they don't like, but they want to take back their freedom. What's the first step? How does somebody get into the game?
You need to get a CDL license.
Yeah.
And even if you don't get a CDL license, you need to at least go and inquire about a truck. I know a lot of people that want to get into trucking, but you ain't never even talked to nobody who owns trucks. You ain't never did no homework or no research. All you know is that you want it.
Yeah.
So LeBron James, he said something, and I was in prison when he said this that literally changed my whole life. Ray Allen had just hit that, I think this was back in 06, 07, but they were playing San Antonio, and Ray Allen hit that shot in the corner that allowed them to win the championship. So when they was interviewing LeBron, they told LeBron how like a lot of people feel like you got lucky with that ring. So he was like, yo, luck is only when preparation meets opportunity. He said, you know how many times we had done went over that same play in practice? Yeah. He said, we had done went over that so many times that I knew Ray was gonna hit that. So when you've been preparing like this and the opportunity is open for you, that's where the magic come in at. So that's the same thing with trucking. I didn't necessarily know that I was going to own all these trucks and travel the world doing the things I knew. But when the preparation met the opportunity, boom, that's where the magic collide in. So you never know where your opportunity going to come from. You need to get up and at least start putting forth the effort like, hey, let me go talk to the truck people. Let me go talk to the trailer people. Let me go talk to somebody who do this. Before you know it, man, preparation, the opportunity, that's where the magic come in at. You don't know where the blessing gonna come from. Because I can give you the game forwards and backwards, but your outcome may be different than mine. That's just how they go.
And you said something that's really good, and so first and foremost, right, get a CDL license or even just inquire, right? Be around people who are in the business, learn from them, and then they could kind of guide you. And you said something that's really key because, how we met, was was an inspirational story for me because, I mean, number one, you wrote a book, and then you reached out, bought one of my programs, and was talking about becoming an author, right? You were like, yo, Ash Cash, I see what you're doing. I wanna learn how to write this second book, and I want this to become a bestseller. And I think more importantly, before we even get to how we got to a best-selling author, you hit me one time and you was telling me the story about one of your partners, man. Can you share that story with the folks, man?
So I got, I'm connected to the prison system in Texas real tough. So one of my best friends, a guy that was in prison who actually raised me in prison, he called home one day. His name Lil Taco. So he called home one day, and my bro, we real big on education and bettering ourselves. So anytime he read a new book, when he talked to me, hey, bro, I read this book, and this what the play is, this what they talking about. Hey, we need to take this out the book and see if we can incorporate it. Like, this is just what we do. So one day he calls home, and he telling me about a book he read named Mind Right, Life Right. So I'm like, oh, yeah. I say, who is the author? He say, Ash Cash. I say, Ash Cash? He say, yeah, bro, this book here is the business, bro. This man done really straight up changed my life, bro. I see things different. He explained this, that, so I'm listening to him. So after he get through talking, I say, yeah, man, Ash Cash, that's one of my partners, man. I mess with it. Man, go on, bro. You don't know Ash Cash. I say, nah, I'm for real, bro. Ash Cash, that's who I'm finna mess with, man, on my second book, man. He's like, is you serious? I say, yeah. I say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to call Ash Cash, man. I'm going to tell him to give you a shout out. He say, man, don't be playing, bro. Don't be telling me that you finna get Ash Cash. I said, nah, man, Ash Cash, that's my partner. I hang up the phone with him. That's when I called you. Hey, Ash, I need you to do me this favor. So you did it or whatnot, and the next day he called home. I said, hey, I got something for you. I put the phone on speaker, man. He heard that. He was just like, man, that's so real, bro. He say, man, Ash Cash is official. I say, yeah, I told you, man. Bro, really about enlightening, helping the people. He ain't, he ain't like that. So,
shout out to Taco. Salute, welcome home, right? So Taco home, right? So
he home.
Taco, man. And how many years he did? 22?
He did 22 years. He been home about 4 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
Salute to Taco. And so, and one of the reasons why I brought that up, because number one, I preach, you gotta have a book, right? And the reason for that is because you don't know the impact that your book is gonna have on people, right? So me, native New Yorker, Harlem, New York, writing this book just to get it out to the world. Here is somebody who has done over 2 decades in the prison system, who has read a book that has and me being obedient to writing that book has blessed his life. And so one of the reasons where, when I heard your story and you were like, yo, I got this second book, right, from the streets to the suites, I was like, yeah, this is necessary, and you mentioned something earlier that listen, even if somebody gives you the game, you got its application of that game, right? And so I remember the day I called you, right? And like, the best clients I have are the clients who literally they don't ask no questions. You just say, yo, bro, make this happen and we're going to do it. And so I remember when I started seeing that video go viral, the timing was impeccable. All praises due to the Most High. Timing was impeccable because we had just released the book. And it was ready, and you was posting it a little bit, but then when I saw the viral thing, I said, nah, go right now, go.
I remember that.
And I want to say within 2 days or 3 days, we hit the #1 bestseller, right? Talk about that book experience to you, being a bestseller, the work that you had to put in, and how has books changed your life?
So I want you to know I had already been checking you out.
Yeah.
So before I really commit to, messing with somebody, I need to make sure they official, they really about their business.
Yeah.
So when I was writing this book, I was like, damn, man, I really want it to be a bestseller. If it ain't a bestseller, then I feel like, it ain't hitting on nothing. Because what I'm trying to put down is bigger than me. I got partners that's really dead and gone, partners that got life sentences. So when they see stuff like this, it gives them so much hope and inspiration.
Absolutely.
So I was like, man, let me holler at him, see what he talking about.
Yeah.
So once you gave me the rundown, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm with that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So luckily, as you stated, all praises to the Most High. When that video went viral like that, the book was already ready.
Yeah.
And you was like,
right.
hey.
Preparation, right?
Just like that. The preparation, the opportunity, boom,
Absolutely.
there go the magic.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily know that I was finna be a best-selling author right then and there.
Yeah.
That was the preparation, the opportunity, boom, the magic happened.
Yeah.
So that was being a best-selling author has really changed my career.
Yeah.
I love books. Books is the reason why I'm in the position I'm in. When I was in prison, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X by Alex Haley.
Yeah.
So that right there, hands down, that one book just changed my whole life. Yeah. So I know the importance of these books. Those books are very popular in the prison system. Yeah. And the reason it's so popular is because I was one of them people that was really with it. Yeah. I was really living like this. Yeah. So if they able to see me, somebody who they know, like, bro, really official, he done made a whole 360. Yeah. It gives so much inspiration and hope to him. Yeah. So them books, man, I love the book game.
Yeah.
I make money. I get a check every month from KDP. Yeah. It's passive income, and I learned that from you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when you talk about $500, $200, how much you making?
Oh, no. They'll send you about $3,000, $4,000.
And that's the thing I don't think people understand. Like this book that you wrote, doing what you already do, but now it increases your authority, right? We talk about the root word in authority is author. Right? So in order to be the authority in something, you have to be the author. And so, now I know that somebody watching right now that could use that extra, $3,000-$4,000. That could actually pay a car note, a bill, and all that. But what is KDP, right? Like what is
So KDP,
let's get the game a little, not all the game. Let's get a little bit. Yeah.
So that's when you self-publish, you upload to Amazon. Yeah. That's like the what we call it the back end.
Yeah.
In the streets we call it the back end. Yeah. KDP, them the people that you're gonna actually upload your product to, and that's who gonna actually pay you. Yeah. So every month, I think on the 3rd or the 4th, I get a check from them. Yeah. The lowest one I think I got was like $1,500. But I done had checks as $3,000-$4,000. I wrote that book some years ago. I still get paid from that book right now.
Yeah, and that's what I love because literally this is not like you don't have to have a book deal. This is like you own all the rights to your book, right? And so KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing, which is part of Amazon. And when you upload your book on KDP, you literally could set up your own publishing company. So you have your own publishing company. You got the 2 books on there. I mean, you're writing a 3rd one, and you're gonna have a bunch of them. And so, one of the things that I want people to realize is because you say you wrote this a long time ago,
right? And
you still getting paid off of the first one, right? What's the title of the first one?
From the rec yard to the streets,
right? So from the rec yards, right? And so catch the flow from the rec yards to the streets, and then number 2 is from the streets to the suites. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so now we giving you the transition, right? I got the title for the next one. We're gonna talk that offline, right? So we got the next one, right? The next transition. You know what I'm saying? My brain worked. I got it. But so the next one is going to talk about the next transition. But like you said, you do the thing one time, and then once you do the thing one time, you get paid for it over and over and over again. And you say, talk about the trucking tour, because I see you. It's not only you, but it's you in a crew of multi-millionaire truck owners who are doing some awesome things. Talk to us about that tour, please.
So the Trucking Millionaires Tour, that's a tour where a whole lot of us who are actually in the field, actually making real money from trucking, done came together to provide the information to the people. Yeah. So you got the trucking guru, Keidrain, we got the box coach, Sheldon, we got Marcus, Blue Collar, we got Trailer Strong, we got Eric, the DOT. This is a real police officer who can really actually show you the DOT, the rules and regulations of how to do this. So, and then me, I'm the king of hot shots. So
what's DOT and what's hot shots?
DOT, Department of Transportation. It's rules and regulations dealing with them trucks and them trailers. And if you don't know it, you ain't finna do nothing. So let's say, for instance, you made $6,000 this week. You finna spend 4 of it in fines and fees. So it doesn't matter that I done made millions of dollars. The question is, out of all those millions I done made, how much of that was I able to keep? So this is the reason why you want to invest in learning the information. The Trucking Millionaires Tour, that's just us coming together to really give a game to the people in a language that we understand. Absolutely. In a way that, okay, when you leave this conference, if you don't know nothing about trucking, when you leave this conference, you should know enough to be able to Monday morning get started. May that be dispatching with Keidrain and the trucking guru, the tribe. May that be the box coach, Sheldon. May that be Marcus, Blue Collar. This is oil and gas. The people that's out in the oil fields, this man is going to turn you up. May it be Trailer Strong with showing you how to make passive income from messing with the trailers. May that be me showing you how to just go to the dealership, get a dually truck and a 40-foot gooseneck trailer, boom, connect them and go get the money.
And that's what a hot shot is?
That's what a hot shot is.
Copy that. Okay.
So that tour, man, I enjoy being able to do it because it gives my people a real opportunity and real information. It ain't no fluff. It ain't no politics. It's straight to the point. This what it is. This how it is. This is what you need to do. Now, if you're not able to execute once you leave the Trucking Millionaires Tour, then I don't even know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hold on, don't press that button, because that's what I do every time I'm looking at an ad that I don't want to see. This ad just happened to be life-changing. I just happen to own one of the biggest home healthcare companies in the state of Georgia. I can help you create your own. Just to give you a little bit of insight, I send out registered nurses, LPNs, and CNAs to take care of people inside of the homes that cannot take care of themselves. But guess what? You don't have to have any medical background, and you don't have to have any medical knowledge. So if you're wanting to change your life and you have a passion for actually taking care of people, then go ahead and sign up for Home Healthcare Blueprint. I'll see you guys later.
And a couple of things I want to say that I love about what you do, why your message is important, because I'm a big fan of the Science of Getting Rich, right? And the Science of Getting Rich talks about we don't need preachers who are just going to tell you what to do. We need preachers who are living a lifestyle, and people want to emulate that lifestyle. So I remember when I was coming up, there were a lot of people from the hood who were telling us, nah, don't do this, or put the guns down, or this, or whatever. But it's like, yo, if you're not showing me a different way, how you going to tell me to not do something and not give me an alternative, right?
Right.
And so you're not just out here as a motivational speaker and just going around saying, yo, I did X amount of years and you don't want to be like me. You like, no, I did X amount of years and this is what I've done. Yeah, you want to be like me, right? Because if you were in that system, if you just flip, you know, whatever you were doing around, you could actually get to a space. And so I love that you are an example, right? Not just a talking head, you are actually an example. And so now, from that example, you have gotten the attention of a lot of celebrities and rappers who are now wanting to use their influence to really help the youth, right? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Right. So, man, hands down, Jim Jones, Pee Wee Longway, Lil Kiki from H-Town, like, you know, I got so much love and respect for them because they actually done reached out like, hey, man, I see what you doing. Man, tell me how this can help my little homeboy. I got little homeboys that's really still in them streets, really coming home from prison. I need you to come up here, give me the game on how I need to do this so I can put them in the trucks. And so you got a lot of people that, like the bloggers, they report all of the negative stuff that's going on with the entertainers and the rappers, but we don't hear the good stuff that they doing. You know, that's even like back home. I got a guy that's a big time rapper named Trap Boy Freddy. He got a lot of, they promote all of the negativity that's around his name, but they don't promote the fact that this is the same guy that'll be in the neighborhood passing out hundreds of bikes. It's Christmas time. He gonna make sure every kid out here get bikes. Back to school, he giving away 200-300 backpacks full of supplies. So when it comes to them, I just like to promote the good that they doing. From Jim Jones to Pee Wee Longway to Lil Kiki and any other celebrities. Even OG Shabazz, you know what I'm saying? They see that it's real and they want to be able to put their partners in position to get on. Everybody can't rap. You see what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna be able to do that. But you ain't gotta do that. Hey, Brewster just showed me how you can go get in that truck and make you some thousands of dollars. So I got big ups and love for the hip hop community.
No, I love it. I love it. And so now, you know, Brewster at where he is right now today, if he could go back, right? So you went to prison when you were 17 years old, lost your mom while you were in prison at 22, lost cousins, lost all of these different family members. But if you could go back, knowing what you know right now, if you could go back to your 17-year-old self, what advice would you give young Keidrain Brewster?
That's an interesting question. If I could go back to when I was a kid, the first thing I'd tell myself, you need to believe you more than this. So when I was a kid growing up, I thought this what it was, you know. I thought, you know, hey, I'm from Woodtown, and if you tripping, I'm going to pop you. If I want something, I'm going to take it. I don't know how to work and do all that. I want that, I'm going to take it. So when you coming up and that's the only thing you exposed to, you really begin to feel like this is the way of life. And that's not the way of life. So I would have been telling my 17-year-old self like, hey, man, you need to go do something different. Go join the Army. Go do something to get away from that environment right there. Environment is big. So if it was something that I could tell myself at 17 or even any of my little homeboy, hey, man, get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Get in that truck, go to New York, go to North Carolina, go to Florida, go to Oklahoma. Because before I had went to prison, I had never left Oak Cliff before. I had never left Oak Cliff until it was time to get on a van, a bus that was taking me to prison. So when I came home, getting in that truck and going to New York, man, that blew my mind the first time I seen the Statue of Liberty. I was like, oh my God, it's real. So after, you know, just being out there seeing all these different things, when you come back home, your mindset and your attitude gonna be different because you're gonna realize your neighborhood, that's nothing compared to the grand scheme of what's going on in the world. So I tell my younger self, man, leave that environment. Go do something different.
No, I love that. I love that. And talk to me about advice that you would give to somebody who's transitioning from being a worker to a boss, right? Because it isn't an easy feat to, you know, when you were just driving trucks, you ain't have to worry about payroll. You ain't have to worry about operations. You ain't have to worry about none of that. All you do, I drive the truck, I get paid, that's it, right? But now, you know, as the owner and operator of a multi-million-dollar business, first of all, there's a different mindset that you had when you was a truck driver to a truck owner. Talk about that transition. Like first, like what type of mindset that you have to have in order to become a true boss in every sense of the word. But then, what advice would you give to somebody who's trying to make that transition from worker to boss?
Right. So, this the first thing you need to go look in the mirror. So anytime it's a problem, the first person to blame is the person in the mirror. Wow. You are fully responsible for everything that's going on. Yeah. If you're not able to stand up under that type of pressure, then becoming a owner, that's not going to be for you. So that's one thing. The second thing is educating yourself in the field. Whatever field that you're in, you need to educate yourself on that. So I write books. I'm an author and all that, but I'm not advanced in that area. So I'm going to reach out to Ash Cash, somebody who is advanced in that area. I'm going to pay you. How much is your class, your course? And you see I got a best-selling book, right? Yeah. That's the same thing with other individuals that's looking to get in the game. Yeah. Hey, man, you need to be going to that conference. You need to be up there talking to these people. You need to invest in educating yourself in whatever realm that you are participating in. And you can't be a boss till you done been a soldier. Everybody want to be bosses, but you ain't never been no soldier. Big bar, yep. You don't know nothing about this. You don't know the real deal, day in, day out operations of how this going on. Yeah. You don't know that I got 2 trucks broke down over here on 20. I got a driver who done called in. I got another driver who done hit these people. They want me to pay for that. If you're not able to multitask, handle all these different things at one time, then this is not for you. And being a boss or being an owner versus being a soldier, everybody not meant to be bosses. So it's good for you to understand where you at as a person. Like, I know I'm not ready to be the executive of Def Jam. Right. Nah, that's not my field. So even if they gave me the opportunity, I'd be like, nah. Versus like with this trucking, hey man, we can do that. I know that forwards and backwards. Right. But that's because I've invested in myself. I go to trucking conferences. I go to do so much. So when I'm talking to other people, one of my biggest questions is, how have you educated yourself in this field? Yeah. They have trucking conferences all throughout America. Man, that be in Atlanta, Dallas, New York, wherever you at. I know several people that's in the industry, but you will tell me that you got, man, I got 100 bands, I don't need nothing. You having $100,000 don't do nothing but tell me you finna lose all that because you don't know nothing. Yeah. No, I love that. And so, as somebody who's reached, a level of success, what is that feeling like, right? Like when you sit back and you like really are able to take it in and say, yo, like this is my life. Knowing where you came from, knowing the outcome could have been different, right? What does it feel like to be a true success and such an inspiration to so many people? Man, to be honest with you, I haven't even just grasped it all yet. I haven't even wrapped my mind around what I've been able to do and who I am. I'm still having fun and enjoying the process, but I will say that it feels good to be in a position to build my family. From my wife to my daughter, it's like I'm going to actually leave a legacy. So when Kobe Bryant died, not just in Los Angeles did they feel that, they felt that around the world. When Kobe Bryant died, the whole world felt that. Even if you didn't like Kobe as a player, you had to feel that. So even though Kobe's dead, Kobe not dead. That's the type of legacy I want to leave. Once I'm gone, that Brewster, that's going to be forever in stone and respected. So now it's just like, that's what I strive for. That's what I'm working for. So when I'm in different rooms with people, I'm around other people, they telling me how successful I am, yada, yada. I be like, yeah, it's cool, but I still got a long way to go. I'm trying to get to the White House. I want to take the streets and the rec yards to the White House. Like what I'm doing now, like this is big. To be able to bring the streets and the rec yards to such a platform. So I haven't even been able to just really sit down and wrap my mind around everything I've accomplished. I'm still I'm still in the process of going. So that's something you'd have to ask me in about 5-10 years.
Absolutely. And so what would you say is the most extravagant thing you've done with money so far?
The most extravagant thing I think I done did, I would say when I went and bought my chain, because I spent a lot of money. I ain't never spent no money like that before. But I did it because I wanted to invest in the brand. I did it because I got partners in the hood. You know, them kids, they want to have the big chains. This is what they committing the crimes for. So now let me go spend a big bag of money on these same things and show you ain't got to commit no crimes, fam. We can have everything that they got and do right. So that I want to say, but taking my family out there to, cause buying that truck, man, I done did a few things with the money. So since I started getting money, I just kind of be doing a little bit of everything. I do things I never even thought I'd be doing.
I love it. And so what would you say is the most impactful thing you've done with money so far?
The most impactful thing, so I had the opportunity to go back to the prison I spent 10 years in. They wanted me to come back to be a keynote speaker for the GED graduation.
Love it,
So I paid for everybody in there to get pictures, everybody to eat. I made sure everybody got books, and I made sure everybody's family was straight. So people coming home from prison, you know, if they come home, man, I'm taking them shopping. We going to hit the mall. And they be like, nah, bro, you know, I'm going to just get one pair of shoes. No, you getting about 3-4 pair of shoes. We finna go get clothes. They be like, man, bro, what you got? I be like, yeah, it's good. I got it. The money is good. You hear me? So the money ain't the issue. So I get a kick out of being able to turn my partners up or people that's coming home from prison and stuff like that. Because when they get here, they not expecting for somebody to actually come pick them up and go spend those $3,000-4,000 on. They like, bro, man, no. Let me show you how good it is so you know that you ain't got to go do nothing crazy. So when it comes to the money, man, you know, I believe in breaking bread. I believe that's a big belief of mine. You gotta spread the love in order to get the love. Like, you can't get the bag and then start acting stingy with the money. So the play is not being stingy with the bag once you got it. You know what I'm saying? You need to spread that love. Now, what I won't do is that, like, I got partners that call and ask me for money, but you ain't got no job. I ain't doing nothing for you. Nah, I don't get up and work 14, 15 hours a day to take care of no grown man. But what I will do is assist you. I see that you putting forth the effort. I know how hard it is to really get on your feet. So I get a kick out of being able to come and turn you up and blow a bag of money on you or give you some money. Like, that's my joy. That's my rush. You know what I'm saying?
No, I love that. All right. We gonna do, listen, y'all, I told y'all it's gonna be inspirational. If y'all not learning from this episode, then I don't know what you watching. You sleep. We're gonna do our speed round, and so what we do is we take banking terms and we flip them to make them coincide with us inside the vault. And so the first term we're gonna use is deposit slip, right? A deposit slip is the form that you fill out. You take it to a bank. You put money inside the bank. But here inside the vault, a deposit slip is a mistake, a money mistake, right? A slip up. Tell me, what is the biggest deposit slip, the biggest money mistake that you've made in your journey so far?
The biggest money mistake I've made, where I lost thousands and thousands of dollars.
Like, you think about all the money that you've made, right? Tell us the biggest money mistake.
So the biggest money mistake I done made is not having a savings account. So when I say savings account, I have a savings account, but I'm talking about making sure every week you making all this money. It ain't enough for you to send $500 over here to this account. So one time I went to go see my CPA. This is the first time I ever found out I made millions of dollars. We was sitting in the room, we going over all the paperwork and stuff. So they telling me I'm a millionaire. I'm like, what? They like, yeah. I'm like, man, let me check my bank account. I ain't seen that. I'm like, ma'am, that don't say. She say, yeah, Mr. Brewster, you've made millions of dollars. I'm like, but damn, how? You know what I'm saying? So once they went to explaining it, showing me the numbers and everything, I'm like, damn, you done made all this money and you never took none of it and put nothing up. You never took, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest things I think I learned when I first found out I was making millions. I'm like, bro, you need to be separating some of this money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My one of my mentors, he called it, his name Maurice Green. He called it taking crumbs from the master's table. So those crumbs, you need to be putting that up. So if you putting $500 up every Friday, that's 52 weeks in a year. You do the math. So I think that was one of the biggest things that I learned about that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You making so much money and you got expenses here, expenses there. So it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much of that money can you keep.
Absolutely.
So it's that right there.
No, I love it. All right, second one is charge off, right? Charge off is you borrow money from a bank. You don't pay it back, and they like, you know what? They try to get the money back from you, and they charge it off. But for us here inside the vault, a charge off is the type of people or mindsets that you had to charge off during your journey. So what kind of mindset or people did you have to charge off?
So I done lost a lot of my partners.
Yeah.
People that I was just really close to, you know what I'm saying? I'm no longer associated and tied to them.
Yeah.
So once you start becoming successful and you really trying to change your life, you're going to have to separate away from the foolishness. So I don't invest in non-promising people. So I don't deal with negativity. I don't deal with drama. I don't associate with those type of people. So I got partners that's really still caught up in that lifestyle. I love you, bro, but I ain't living like that, so I can't be around that. So I think it's crazy you said that. I was just telling my wife, it's crazy how I'm so successful and the people that I hold near and dear to my heart, they not here to enjoy it with me.
Wow.
And the reason they not here to enjoy it with me is because they still caught up on living like this. And I'm like, man, I can't do that no more, bro. I'm done with that. So I think, you know, that's been one of the biggest things for me, not being able to, because I got love for a lot of people, but it's certain individuals that I done been in rides with, I done been in shootouts with, all kinds of things. And now that I've changed over and I done became so successful, they not even here with me to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, last but not least, trust account, right? And so a trust account is where you take all of your assets, you protect it, you allow it to grow, and it helps pass it down to the next generation. But for us here inside the vault, the trust account are the people or mindsets that are in that trust account that help you grow, that you want to kind of, that you keep around you in order to, kind of get to that next level. Who's in Keidrain's Brewster's trust account?
So we call it a round table. So before I make any decisions, it's a group of people that I'm gonna speak to. So you got one of my big homies, his name Trey. He from Fort Worth. One of my mentors, his name Maurice Green. He like a father to me. My father-in-law, Virgil Pena. My wife. Those 4 people, before I make any decisions, I'm gonna holler at them like, hey, what you think about this? Or what you think about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't like to just make decisions based off of how I feel, because I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna go. Let's do it. Where they might be like, nah, you need to do it like this or do it like that. So I try to keep a round table around me.
Yep.
And them the 4 people.
Yeah. And talk about, I know there's a situation in which there's a potential for you to be exonerated or pardoned. Talk about that and the young lady who's helping you with that.
So it's a lady named Christina Crane. She has one of the biggest nonprofit organizations in the state of Texas. It's called Unlocking Doors, where she's giving me the opportunity to build a mentorship program. Like, she just, here you go. You do what you want to it. You tell us how to work it. So she sees a lot of the work that I do in the community or whatnot. So she was just like, hey, man, we finna work on getting you pardoned.
Nice.
And I'm like, damn, for real? Is that good like that?
Yeah.
She like, yeah, man, you been home. It ain't like you just started doing this. You've been doing this for years. It's just the world is just not seeing it. But you've been doing this for years, They got a good relationship with the governor, so that's what we going for.
Nice.
If not at the end of this year, probably around the beginning of next year, man, we need to be pardoned.
I love it. All right, y'all. Keidrain Brewster, the guy who will inspire you, will help you know that you got to get to the next level. No excuses. If people wanted to connect with you, where can they find you?
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Bossman Brewster, and or you can go to my website, BrewsterTrucking101.com. Any one of those, you'll be able to lock in with me. But I often tell people, you know, I got thousands of people sending them DMs.
Yeah.
So if you really trying to lock in, then you need to be trying to make sure you booking a consultation call, you on that website. This is how you're going to really get my attention. I don't want to talk just to be talking. I need to talk to the people that's serious about being successful.
I love it. Love it. My brother, man, I appreciate
Cash.
you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for all you do, man. Keep, you know what I'm saying, inspiring the streets, because what you do is necessary. All right, y'all, another powerful episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash. We are closing out the vault. You know, make sure you check us out. Follow us everywhere at Inside the Vault. Follow me at I Am Ash Cash. And I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Subscribe, like, review, share this episode. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm going to see y'all next time in God's will. Same time, same place. Inside the Vault. Ash Cash out. Peace.
Oh yeah. You want Ash Cash, you can catch it right here in the vault.